Hello, everyone. It's a day with your fertility specialist. Yeah, like we would say, thank God it's Friday. Who is going for a party today? Well, on behalf of Alps Hospitals, we love to say a very big thank you to our dear viewers. Thank you for liking our posts. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you for also staying tuned right now. Share this link with someone. Make sure you call up someone. If you need to send data to someone, do that as well, just to make sure that everyone gets connected. Because today we're about to tell you some good happenings. Yeah, some good happenings of people's experience and people that want to share their experience to encourage someone that is down, that has given up, to push you up, to know that it's not all over. Once you have life, yeah, there's hope, and there's there's a possibility of achieving your fertility dream. There's a possibility of achieving your reproduction dreams. So it's just for you to call up someone and let them get connected right now. I'm always excited to be your host, Ruth Ogogo. And guess who we have with us here today? Dr. Deborah Olubi. Dr. Deborah Olubi is a family physician. Yes, she's a very, very wonderful and amazing person to me. Like right now, you are seeing Alps IVF powerhouse. Yeah, you are seeing her in a person. You're seeing Alps IVF coordinator in person of Dr. Deborah Olubi. It's a pleasure to have you with us, Dr. Deborah.
Thank you, Ruth. It's always a pleasure to be here on set with you. Good
She's
afternoon, viewers.
she's also a fertility specialist, yeah. And today she'll be giving us some of her thoughts and opinion with regards to what this person has to share about her experience in life and her experience at Alps hospitals. I know you have a lot to get from this chat this afternoon, so stay tuned. Feel free to drop your thoughts, your comments, your questions in the comment section. We'll definitely attend to them appropriately. So, Dr. Deborah, yeah,
Yeah.
we have someone writing to us.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't also want her identity to be known. So for the sake of her identity, we won't be mentioning her name. But she really wants to share this um her experience to encourage someone. So please keep your ears glued and let your ears be opened, your mind, your heart, your eyes, wherever needs to be opened right now, should be open to
To
really
listen.
attend to this and to pick up all you could pick up. Okay, so for identity's sake, I won't be mentioning my name. That's the person speaking. So I will just personalize it like she's the one speaking. But I'm from Lagos for 18 long years.
Mm,
I lived in the shadow of unfulfilled dreams. I can really imagine,
mm.
like, living for 18
18
years of
years.
unfulfilled dream. I don't know. I'm sure that her childhood is not part of this 18 years
18
of,
years as an
because before you
adult.
get to the point
Yeah.
of start dreaming, I mean, you
Yeah.
know what you
You
want to
want.
achieve in
Exactly.
life. So I
Yes.
can imagine. Yeah. So she's saying I'm 43 years old now, but for most of my adult life, the weight of infertility felt like a mountain I could never climb. I'm sure nobody really wants to be in this
Situation.
infertility lane, yeah, because I can imagine what they have to deal with. And for as many of people out there that are struggling with infertility, yeah, we are here for you. And that's why we're also bringing this person experience to learn light, so you can actually see that you're not alone in
In this
this. Some
journey.
people have actually
Mm.
been there,
Yeah.
and they came out of it, so you can also come out of it. Okay, so it wasn't just the absence of a child that pained me, the person speaking. It was everything that came with it. I can
Mm.
imagine, like, this part of the world,
Yeah.
the way people, in fact, as soon as they are getting married, they'll say, in 9 months'
More time.
time,
We're coming for the
we are
big
coming.
ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She said the silent tears, when people start monitoring,
Mm.
what's happening?
Yeah.
You
Some even go
you
to
see,
the
you have not
extent of
started pouring saliva or nothing,
touching
and
the baby
they,
man's tummy.
I can
Yes.
imagine what really women go through.
Yeah.
The silent stares from family members, the whispered conversations at social gatherings. They usually say silence speaks louder
The
than voice.
voice.
Some people, just
Yes.
the body language they give you, you can already tell what they are imagining in their minds
That's true.
about you or against you. Okay, the unsolicited advice from people who, some will say, if you don't have a child, you cannot correct my child, or born
Hmm.
your own first before you can
Hmm.
correct mine. All those kind of things that make people really down
Yeah.
and all. The silent stares from family members, the whispered conversation at social gatherings, the unsolicited advice from people who had no
For help. I think
Hmm.
it stems a lot from a lot of factors. Major ones are cultural and religious beliefs. In
Hmm.
this part of the world, culturally, when a woman can't get pregnant or have a child, the first thing that comes to mind is that maybe somebody is at the end of it. Somebody is
Hmm.
responsible. Our Nigerian parlance will say,
Hmm.
Your village people,"
Hmm.
So people,
Yeah.
spiritualize it. They,
Hmm.
they they tend to push the blame to people, that somebody is after
Yes.
them. There's an
Yeah.
enemy
That's
out there.
true. Hmm.
So you see them going around, for those that are religious, going around their pastors' prayer
Hmm.
houses, praying. But
Yeah.
faith does not negate you seeking medical help. The Bible even says faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So that, I think that's one of the major reasons that
Hmm.
there's this delay. Cultural beliefs, religious beliefs that hold people bound. You know,
Hmm.
that they just keep spiraling around the same set of people, same
Yeah.
things. You keep doing things the same way, and they expect a difference or a solution to comfort. We're not saying prayer is bad. We're
Hmm.
not saying, maybe seeking advice from elderly people
Yeah.
or family members is bad, but
Hmm.
you should seek help. I think that's one of the major reasons. And then another thing is lack of knowledge. Some people don't
Hmm. That's
actually
true.
know there's a way out.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that medical science could offer assistance.
Hmm.
We call it
Yeah.
assisted fertility. It's not something artificial. It's not something
Yeah.
unnatural. It's still
Hmm.
natural. Man has not grown to, or science has not advanced to the extent that we're able to produce sperms or able to produce eggs.
Yes.
Yes, so it's
Exactly.
still what God has placed in a woman's body that is going to be used for this
Yes.
process. Because some
Hmm.
people look at it that it's also an artificial process.
Hmm.
Some even ask you questions: the children from IVF, from assisted fertility treatment, are they normal? You
Hmm. Oh
wonder.
my
Yes,
goodness.
you wonder. Some people have those thoughts that, are these children
Yeah.
actually normal? They
Hmm.
are normal. They are derived from normal sperms and
And
normal
all.
eggs. Yes, we call
Yeah.
it assisted fertility. It's not
Hmm.
artificial. Yes,
Hmm.
so I think lack of knowledge. Some people don't know there's a way out,
Oh
and
wow.
then some people are, and then this lack of knowledge also stems to healthcare practitioners. There was a
Wow.
couple I saw. They've been going to a certain hospital for about 10 years,
Hmm.
and every time they go, in fact, almost like on a monthly basis, the man will be doing sperm analysis.
Hmm.
Sperm analysis that's showing that there's no sperm, and this doctor kept them in that hospital for 10 years.
Kai.
You don't have a
Oh
solution,
my
point
goodness.
them to where
Yes,
the
where the
solution is,
yes,
where they can get help. And
exactly.
they were not pointed in
Hmm.
that direction. In fact, when they came, they were really very bitter. That's another.
Hmm.
So it's not just lack of knowledge on the part of the clients or the
Yeah,
patient.
yeah.
Even some healthcare practitioners don't
Hmm.
know better. So
Hmm.
lack of knowledge, I think those are the major reasons why people just, and then maybe sometimes financial constraints and so on. But those are
Yeah.
really, really brought
But
down
yes,
in the list.
yes.
These cultural beliefs, religious beliefs that have helped people feel, you know assisted fertility is unnatural. Some even feel it's satanic, when it's God that gave
Wow.
people this knowledge to be able
Knowledge.
to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You see some men of God talk badly against it, and
Hmm.
some of them secretly come to access these services, but they don't point
Yeah.
their congregation in that
To it.
direction. It's really
Hmm.
very sad. You see a lot of people that they know that it was IVF that was used to enable them to assist them get children, but
Yeah.
they go to share testimonies, they don't even mention it.
Hmm.
And there are other people in that crowd, in that congregation, that need this light, and they don't point people
Yes.
in that direction. So I
Oh
think
no.
those are some of the major reasons why people just wait for years, wait for years when other issues have set in before
Yeah.
coming to seek for medical
Oh,
help.
so this is also making me want to ask. So is there a particular age that someone should get to before they say, okay, now I think it's high time I go for an IVF, or it's high time I seek help?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so for someone that is less than 30 years of age, if you've tried to be pregnant for at least 1 year, regularly meeting your husband for a year, and pregnancy is not happy, you should go to seek help. You should
hmm.
go to know what the problems could be. You
Hmm.
know, you should go for medical evaluation, for tests and so on.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
for someone that is even older than that, you should say older than 35 years of age, within 6 months of trying, and pregnancy is not happening, because a woman's clock is ticking, you
Yeah.
should assess medical help to know what the issues are.
Ah.
Yes.
So for someone watching, yeah,
Mm.
there's no age limit to when you can access the service. She has
Yes.
rightly and she has clearly made it clear to us as well that once you're less than 30, you've tried conception, try to
Mm.
conceive within 1 year and it's not happening. Seek help. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that the fact you're seeking help, it's gonna be just IVF
It
straight
doesn't
up.
mean there are other
But at
forms
least
of, yes,
yes.
fertility assistance. It mustn't be IVF. Yeah.
So
IVF is at the tail end. The other, it might just be a minor thing that needs to be done, and maybe her
yeah.
hormones were not
Mm,
in sync, and she's
mm.
given a medication to correct that hormonal imbalance, and
Yeah,
pregnancy
it can
happens.
happen.
Yes, but when
Mm.
you are home, you don't know what the issues are. You should seek help.
And
Yes.
then, as a matter of fact, if you've been going somewhere and they keep telling you everything is fine, seek other
And things are not
opinions.
changing. Exactly.
Yes,
Seek a
you
second
don't
opinion.
just dwell on that.
Yes. Very
You should
valid.
get
Yes.
seek opinions
Yes.
from other very good
Good places.
places. So
Yes.
you and even sometimes it's not even just one opinion. One opinion now. If you are getting a new opinion from somewhere, you might also want to double check elsewhere to be
Yes.
sure that this
Yes.
new place now they are not giving you something just abstract,
Yes.
seeing knowing that the other place gave you something different. But please, you don't just dwell and continue to dwell in that same place where you are not getting solution. You could get help elsewhere.
That's
Okay,
true.
so let's go back to our experience of this client. So she said people keep asking subtle questions like, well, any news, what are you waiting for? All these were reminders of what she couldn't control.
Mm.
She said, my friends from school and church became mothers one after the other. Oh my god, I
Mm.
can even imagine people that she got married.
You start running
Oh
away
my
from them.
goodness.
You want
Yeah,
you want
because
to start
yeah, maybe she even
distancing
just bumps
yourself.
into one friend one day and be
Yeah.
like, okay, how
How
are
are
your
your
kids?
children?
Oh
That's
my
the
god.
next.
As in, I can
Just
imagine
brings
what,
out
oh
down
no,
brings up
this
those
is just a
frustrating
lot.
feelings.
Wow.
Yes.
She said, and church members became mothers one after the other. Baby showers that she once
Mm.
enjoyed became places that she dreaded.
Mm.
She felt isolated, incomplete, and sometimes even like a failure. Oh my God!
Mm.
Someone watching,
In this
you might be
situation.
where this
Mm.
woman was, because
Mm.
now she's no longer there,
Yeah.
but she was there. But the good thing is, she was able to get the solution that could actually give her dreams, that
Mm.
could fulfill her dreams of fertility. So she said, my husband, bless his heart, meaning her husband was really there for her. She
Mm.
said her husband was a rock through it all.
Mm.
She said, but even him, he could not escape the societal pressures. Yeah, men also go through this
Men go
pressure.
through it. We feel
Yeah,
it's just the women. No, the
yeah,
men too
men.
go through it. Yes.
So when will
They
you
might
make
not just
us?
express their own
Yeah,
emotions
because they
like
don't want
women.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when will you make us grandparents? I guess that's his parents would ask.
Mm.
He tried to shield me, that's the woman speaking, from the worst of it, but I saw his pain too. We left no stone unturned. Hospitals became like second homes. Yeah, she said hospitals because they actually sought
Sought
for
for
help in
help.
more than one hospital.
Mm.
So they didn't dwell, but it depends on also when they
Going to
started
the right
seeking for help
place.
as
Yeah. And then
well.
going to the right
Right
place.
place, yeah.
Yes.
She said, we tried every form of intervention, from the most advanced Western treatments to most revered traditional healers.
Mm.
Oh my.
Right.
Sometimes
When you're
fertility can
desperate,
reduce
there's
you
nothing
like
people
to
don't
nothing,
try.
things that you never imagined that
Yeah,
you would do
there was
in
a woman
life.
that had gynetrasia from trying to
Oh
get
no.
pregnant. She was given a concussion to insert in
Oh
the
my
vagina,
goodness.
destroyed the whole
Oh my
vagina, the
goodness.
cervix, everything plastered together, all in a bid to get pregnant.
Oh wow.
It's
Honestly,
terrible.
infertility reduces
Mm,
people
mm,
to
mm.
the barest minimum. Like
Yeah,
things, just the fact that you want to be called a mom, called a dad, like
yeah.
it's really not easy.
Mm,
So he said, okay, each attempt ended in disappointment. We prayed together,
mm,
fasted, and sought divine intervention in every way we knew how. But it all felt like hitting the same immovable wall. Wow. Just when I thought I couldn't bear another failure, something unexpected happened. She said one quiet evening, just like right now, you're also watching
this
this.
quiet afternoon too.
Yeah. One quiet evening, as I scrolled aimlessly through Facebook, I mean, she was just trying to divert her thoughts just to see what she could stumble at that would just help. She's just tired. You know, at this point, you are
Hmm.
just scouting
Tried
any
so
the
many
way they used to
things.
say anyway na way.
Mm,
Like she's just trying. Say ask okay, so she aimlessly scrolled through Facebook and came across a page. Ask Dr. Ken on Alps Hospitals. Just like now you're connected to Alps Hospitals and you can see us right now live. She said a woman was sharing her experience, her story about overcoming infertility through IVF. This is a woman speaking now. I felt a glimmer of hope, but fear quickly followed
definitely.
because we had tried so much already.
Mm,
Could I dare to hope again? Because I mean, she has tried and
mm,
she has failed. This is someone that has failed severally. There are some that have not even gotten the help. They're already in their depressed state. But this is someone that has even gone further to seek help,
help,
seek
yeah.
help, seek help, and then it's still not forthcoming. And then I took a deep breath and showed the page to my husband. Together, we decided to take another leap of faith. There's always another step, and that's why you
Yeah,
don't just
that's,
say,
don't
this
give
is
up.
my
We
last
tell
step.
people,
You
don't
keep
say that.
trying.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
keep
keep
trying.
trying.
Don't give
You
up.
keep trying.
Yes.
Meeting Dr. Ken, that's more like saying meeting Alps Hospitals. Meeting Dr. Ken was the turning point. He didn't just see us as patients,
Mm,
he listened to our journey and gave us something we hadn't had in a long time, which is understanding. I
mm,
mean, how heartwarming it is when you're already in a very depressed state and
mm.
then you meet a doctor. And so this is I'll also pause here to ask a question because I know that sometimes a lot of women have some experiences and when they are seeing their doctors, it feels like their doctors are already judging them
Um,
or criticizing them. So I said, with your experience as a fertility specialist, what's usually your reaction when you encounter some of these clients with fertility issues? I mean, imagine someone telling you that she has had three or more pregnancies that she terminated prior to marriage, and then now she's struggling to conceive. Do you judge them? Do you sympathize with them? I mean, how do you deal with
yeah.
people that have these fertility issues?
Yeah, that is in their past. Dwelling on
Mm,
that, we don't judge. Who we even the Bible says, "Do not judge if you don't want
yeah.
to be judged." So,
Mm,
judging will not solve this situation. Yes, we
yes.
empathize with them. Some of them did it in a place out of ignorance, maybe
Yes.
youthful exuberance, maybe they didn't know better. Whatever reasons why they did it, it's not what is important. What is
Yeah.
important now is a
The
way forward,
present. Mm,
preferring a solution. So we
mm,
don't stay on that. We look for a way forward. So there's no judgment. It's understanding and then
mm,
seeking solutions. That's basically seeking solutions. Yeah, but when I encounter young ladies that I see on that path, I take time to counsel them. This
mm,
might be the end point of this path,
mm.
because it's not just someone that's and then that's another thing with our cultural beliefs. We
Yeah.
believe someone that is having issues having children or getting pregnant is because someone has done some bad things in the past. It doesn't
Mm,
necessarily follow. There are a lot of
yeah.
people that are dealing with infertility,
Mm,
and a lot of them married as virgins. They've never done
mm, no.
anything, but
Oh,
they're
wow.
still dealing with
Yes,
infertility. So there's
exactly.
no judgment at all in the consulting room. Is
Mm.
to prefer solutions.
Solution.
Yes, yes.
So for someone watching and you even have a very ugly past and
Mm,
then right
yeah.
now you're looking for things, you shouldn't sulk in your past.
Mm,
I mean, and then when you're seeing your fertility specialist, a good one at that, like Dr. Deborah and the Alps team, it's good that you open up because
yeah.
sometimes the information you give them also help in profiling solution, and they hold your information in very deep
Confidential. Yeah.
confidentiality. They won't share this information with people out there, so you don't have to be scared that your information will be shared with someone else. As a matter of fact, sometimes even in the midst of couple, there are sometimes they want their informations confidential,
Comes
I
from
guess,
each other.
and then
Yes.
that is maintained. So you
Yes.
really do not have that fear. And then don't be scared of being judged. The main thing is you're looking for solution.
Solution.
So
Yeah.
it's good you give your fertility specialist a good one at that. Every information that is required of you, open up to them, the help you've gotten, what you've done,
Mm.
so they also know how they can actually prefer solution to you and how they could actually help in any way that they can, just to see that your productive dream are fulfilled. So now we're back to her experience. Now, because she's telling us about her experience with Dr.
Yeah.
Ken, and I'm also talking about Dr. Deborah. So she has also let you know that they will not judge your past.
Yeah.
So you do not need to be scared and keep remaining that, let me just leave it. That is
Mm.
my fate. Maybe it's because of what I've done. That's why I'm suffering what I'm suffering. What of those people that have not done nothing
Yeah.
and they are suffering what they are suffering? So you
Yeah.
see, just feel free and keep it open, seek help, and
Yeah.
hopefully you'd get the help, just like I know someone is getting help already today.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So she said he explained IVF in a way that no one else had. He told us it was simply a medical intervention,
Mm.
no different than taking anti-malaria medication when you have malaria.
Yeah.
He told us about hysteroscopy that nobody has ever mentioned to us ever in our journey. And after the procedure for the first time, IVF didn't seem daunting.
Mm.
So Dr. Deborah, this also, sometimes I know you must also encounter patients that you mention some of the procedures that you do in your facility, and it seems to be alien to
To
them.
them.
Like it means like your this, like now she mentioned hysteroscopy. Maybe
Okay.
someone might
She
be
was just.
wondering what this hysteroscopy is all about. Is it everybody that you would just tell, okay, because you've done IVF plenty times, let's you need to do hysteroscopy? Are there times that you recommend this hysteroscopy for
Yeah.
people and
Yes.
all, so that people could also learn from
Yes.
this, so that they'll
Okay.
not just go and say, now I'm coming for IVF, I must do
Hysteroscopy.
hysteroscopy? Yeah.
So hysteroscopy is just passing a camera to look at the lining of the womb,
Mm,
which we call the endometrium, because
yeah.
that's where conception, implantation, pregnancy takes place.
Mm,
So that place needs to be healthy. So you can directly observe it when you do a hysteroscopy. So if
mm.
there are any issues there, maybe polyps, masses, adhesions, they can be tackled,
Mm,
so that pregnancy and implantation can take place. No, so not everybody requires a hysteroscopy if there are issues in the endometrium. Yeah, but for someone that has had failed IVF, several failed IVF, and the cause is unknown, it will be good to look at that lining of the womb to make
okay.
sure that there's nothing wrong with it. Also,
Okay.
someone that has had repeated either terminations of pregnancy or repeated evacuations, maybe
Mm,
from
yeah.
miscarriages and so
Yeah.
on, it will be also be good to look at that lining of the womb. And then when
Okay.
we do a scan and we notice some abnormalities in the lining, it will also be good to. So
Okay.
it's not everybody that must have hysteroscopy,
Okay.
but quite a number of people may require it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for someone watching, I hope you got that
Mm.
information about hysteroscopy. And one very good thing about hysteroscopy done at Alps hospitals is
The
that
day
they
procedure,
do, yeah, a very short procedure.
procedure,
And I know
yes,
that they also do laser. And I'm sure a
yes,
lot of people
laser,
that do it in
yes.
Nigeria, because I think at Alps hospitals
We
should be the one that pioneered it in
in
Nigeria, and I
Nigeria,
think
yes, especially in
West
this part of
Africa.
Nigeria, yes.
Excuse me, please. Okay. So you see, so they are best as what they do. Like she mentioned that nobody had even mentioned the
That to
stereoscopy.
her
I know a
before.
lot of people actually might be doing the stereoscopy now in Nigeria or other parts of the world. But it's also good to know that yes, hysteroscopy differs, and then even the person performing the
Very
hysteroscopy is
important.
also, because
Yes,
sometimes they'll
the
do some
expertise of the
hysteroscopies and
person,
then
very important.
maybe they could say nothing is wrong, and then a higher expert
Who
does it
do
and
it?
is
And you see
like,
so many
so
abnormalities.
exactly. So
Yes,
that's why it's also important. It's not just to do hysteroscopy, but also
anywhere
to do it in a very good place, so you are able to get
the
the
maximum
right,
benefits from
exactly,
the
yeah.
procedure. Yeah,
Okay. So like she mentioned, she said he told us about hysteroscopy that nobody have ever mentioned to us ever in our journey. And after the procedure for the first time, IVF didn't seem daunting. It seemed like the next logical step. With Alp's team guidance and encouragement, faith was built and everything started making all sense. We went through we went through the process with hope and prayers. Yeah, so it means that yes, even as much as you've tried and the fertility specialist has
Medical
done the
team.
best,
Mm.
everything is still in the hand of
Of God.
God.
So
Yeah.
prayers are important too.
Yeah, so
Faith,
that's where
hope is
your
important.
faith and your
Hope.
prayers and all
Yes.
comes to play.
Yes.
Yeah, man has done their own, and then we hope that God
Yeah.
makes it work out. It wasn't easy, but every step felt like we were moving closer to something that had always felt out of reach. And then it happened. I still remember this day. I saw the positive results. She will never forget the 23rd of August 2022. Wow. After 18 years
Hmm.
of heartbreak,
Okay.
I was finally going to be a mother. Today, her son is almost 2 years. A bundle of energy. Okay, no, has okay, yeah, her son.
Hmm.
Okay, I think that was when she sent the testimony. A bundle of energy and laughter.
Hmm.
I mean, that's they say a mother will do anything to see a smile on her
Yeah.
child's
Yeah.
face. So you can imagine this child giving the same
Long
feeling now
awaited
to the
child.
mother. Yeah, exactly. What they call miracle baby or
Mhm.
precious baby. He looks exactly like his father. And every time I see his smile, I am reminded of how far we've come.
Mhm.
Wow. The good thing is, after waiting for so long, after
Hmm.
so much
Hmm.
trial, she
Hmm.
didn't give up.
She didn't give
And
up.
then
Yeah. I
she
think.
got the
Yeah.
baby at last. She said, "My heart is full and my home is alive with the sound of the child I once thought I
Hmm.
would never have." Wow.
Hmm.
This is so heartwarming.
A great testimony.
Yes, this is so
A great
heartwarming.
good one. Yeah.
So, and then she has a counsel to give the public. She said,
Hmm.
"I'm sharing my story because I know there are women out there feeling the way I once did, hopeless, broken, and alone. To you, I say, that's to someone watching or to someone that will watch this later. Don't give up. Every woman or every man and every woman, every intending parent deserves happiness.
Yeah.
And there is no shame in seeking help.
Help. Hmm.
IVF gave me the family I always dreamed of, and it could do the same for you." Wow, yes, this is her now saying. So it might not be IVF for you, you might
Hmm.
just be seeking a fertility care,
Yeah.
and then it gives you your dream of children that you've always longed for. Thank you, doctor. She's also now she's thanking the ARPS team for being the answer to her prayers. This is so heartwarming.
Hmm.
And at this point, we would love to say a very big congratulations to you once more
Yeah.
again.
And
So
thank
it
you for
means this
sharing
year
your
now we
story
are,
with
we are,
us.
we are looking at
Yes.
3 years birthday.
Yes. So.
Maybe another one is coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Dr. David, this is one out of 1,000 success
Hmm.
stories that I
Yeah.
know that you've
That's
you've
part of what keeps
encountered
us
at
going when
at
we hear
Alps
these
hospitals,
wonderful
because I know
stories.
that you have a lot of success stories. But
Yes.
this is one out of the many stories. So as a fertility specialist, how do you counsel someone who has had so much confidence in you? I know they'll say IVF is not 100%,
Hmm.
and this person has so much to believe in you that it's going to
Succeed.
succeed, and then you suddenly didn't succeed.
Hmm.
How do you counsel such a person, or how do you um bring out the ray of hope again in
In that
this
person.
person? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the counseling starts from the onset.
Mm.
We counsel our clients that, IVF, like you said, is not 100%. Success rate is between 30 to 35% worldwide. So we counsel them that, IVF can sometimes fail, but we do everything to optimize, and increase our chance of success. So when failure happens, that failure hits not just the client, even us, the healthcare providers, we feel the
Yeah.
failure too,
Mm.
because we've been on this journey with this couple. We
Yeah.
just counsel them that, we usually look for what we think might have contributed to the failure. There's something to do about it. We counsel them on that and encourage them to try again. You can't stay on the floor. As you
Mm.
said, once there's life, there's hope. You must keep trying.
Yeah.
This woman, this is a heartwarming testimony. Talked about multiple failures. They were
Mm.
not in their homes. They reached out, they sought help, They had
Yeah.
gone for different procedures that didn't
Mm.
succeed, but they didn't give up. That
Yeah.
I think that is the word. Don't give up.
Mm.
Your dreams are still valid and it can still happen. It might not have happened now. The fact that you didn't succeed now doesn't mean it's denial forever. It's just a small delay in the process.
Mm.
Success can still happen. So that's what we just encourage them, counsel them. We keep reaching out to them, support them in whatever way we can. We tell them, to go through the emotions. They are valid to feel sad, to feel
Yeah.
angry.
Mm.
All those emotions are valid, but don't dwell on them. You
Mm.
must come out from that place. Yes, that's what we usually do.
So for someone watching,
Mm,
yes, maybe now as you're watching this, you say, "But I've done IVF before and it
mm,
failed." Don't
mm.
give up. That's the
Yes,
word
yeah,
for you, or that's the phrase for you today. Do not
yes.
give up. Yeah, your answers are coming. It might not seem to be happening right now,
Mm,
but they are definitely coming, and you will definitely be glad that you tread the path of seeking help from a
mm,
good fertility specialist. So this is all we'll be doing for today. Continue to drop your thoughts, your comments, your questions. There's also, so now most times on Fridays we'll be taking your questions. So feel free to drop your thoughts, your questions, either private chat us if you are not comfortable with dropping it at the comment section, or you could also drop a private message on the WhatsApp number being displayed on the screen. So you could drop those questions, whatever it is bothering you. You could drop those questions. I will definitely attend to them on Fridays, and if we have leftover we could consider that on Wednesday, but mostly Fridays will be our question and answer days. As also for you to note that online consultation has also been going on. For those of you that are not aware, please feel free to chat up the number also displaying on the screen, or you could also drop us a social media handles. Preferably, you could also drop the message on WhatsApp, the number being displayed on the screen, and you definitely be booked for your online consultation. So distance is not a barrier. This
yeah,
has been
yeah.
ongoing, and a lot of people all over the world have utilized this. So just in case you're not aware, please grab this opportunity. Until we come your way next time, have a lovely evening. Bye. Thank you, Dr. Deborah.